Do I ever think that I can drink again having the knowledge that I have now? No. I can answer that without any hesitancy whatsoever. I know it's a hard no for me because I know it would be a matter of time before I would be right back to where I was, because I was never able to moderate, and I firmly believe that I am someone who could never moderate because one drink was never enough for me. And I think that's just one of the lies that us problem drinkers believe, is that if we've gone X amount of time with alcohol, somehow we're healed or cured, or somehow we can just become a normal drinker. And I don't think that is. I think you would be pretty hard pressed to find a person who was an alcoholic or is an alcoholic, however you want to say it, got sober for an extended period of time, and was ever able to go back to drinking and be a normal drinker. I think it's pretty much the rule. I mean, there may be a few exceptions, but I'm not willing to risk it because I know me. And when it came to drinking, I was all gas, no brakes. I had zero control over it. And I've learned from being in community from others that have had a certain amount of time in sobriety and then went back to drinking, and it was just a matter of time before they were back in community trying to get sober again. So in my recovery, I've tried to learn from other people who have relapsed, had more time in sobriety from me, and that's why I think community is so important. Because when we start entertaining those ideas, thinking we can drink again, when we voice those to our community, more than likely we're met with some kind of resistance or some kind of challenge in a good way from people who have been there and have experienced that and have believed that lie that somehow they can be a social drinker again. And it can be a hard truth to accept. And it took me months into my sobriety before I was able to accept the fact that I'm someone who can never drink again. For whatever reason, I don't have the self-control. And what's crazy to me is I have self-control in a lot of other areas in my life, but for some reason, when it comes to alcohol, I don't. And I'm not willing to test the waters and try it out because I've tasted enough of the goodness that comes from sobriety that I'm at a place now of, why would I ever want to go back? Why would I even want to risk going back just to have a few drinks, which to me, and this is another example of why I know I never could. To me, 2 drinks, 3 drinks, that sounds so friggin' boring. It sounds like a waste of calories. Like, if I'm going to drink, I'm getting frickin' hammered. And that right there is why I cannot drink, because I still think like that.